Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting to have you all here. I am doing this call today. It's a kickoff call because tomorrow my book, Your Art Matters, comes out. And oh my gosh, I can't even believe it as I sit here and say this. So, because the book is coming out tomorrow, I wanted to create a virtual event because those who know me and have been following me for a long time will know I love nothing more than throwing a big event. And so I am throwing a virtual book launch, and I'll share in a minute what's going to be happening. But all day tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, we have various live sessions. We have talks with me, workshops with me, where I'll be workshopping things out of the book. We've got talks with artists that I've mentioned in the book. And it's going to be an amazing celebration of not only the book coming out finally, but also I want to really make this event about you and about you reconnecting with why your art matters. And when we're thinking about this concept of your art matters, it really is in relation to why art matters to you and why it matters to other people. And I'm a big believer that when you start to really take time to step back and connect with these parts of your creative process and why art has come in and out of your life and why you're drawn to certain parts of creativity, when you start to really understand that and you listen to your intuition, your creative intuition, in terms of what that actually means. And I wrote this in the book that I thought I understood why art mattered to me until I started writing this book. And that is one of the reasons why it has taken me a long time, among many other reasons. But one of the big reasons was when I started writing this book, Your Art Matters, to help other people understand why it matters. And I'll talk about why that's important in a minute. I kind of started to go through it thinking, well, I need to really understand why my art matters, don't I, to write a book about it. So that led me on this journey of starting to question my own art, my creativity, my decisions, what I'm drawn to. And as I started to bring up past artworks, I started to make relationships, ahas, like realized the significance that art has had on my life. And in the most profound way. And that has then led me to build United Art Space, to have all the amazing people in my life, like us here right now. We are connecting through the power of our art. And we've all chosen to be here right in this moment. And I just love that about the creative process. This whole book is about you finding your voice, your purpose, your people, because when you start to grow confidence in your own voice and understand how to project that through creative means, it that's what being alive is all about. It's about you channeling what is you through your own art. And when you have the confidence to do that in a really authentic, bold and courageous way, where you're not making art for other people, you're making art truly as a vessel through how you see and feel, that is what fulfills you as a person. That's what lights your soul. That's what kind of infuses the passion to create more. And guess what? When you feel that passion and who you are, and you have the confidence to say, yes, this is my art and this is me, and you can articulate it and feel it, that comes across. So this whole book is about you really tuning into that part of yourself, owning who you are creatively, having the confidence to say, yes, this is me. And that then starts to come to the surface, and people around you start to feel it. Instead of just like, yeah, I'm an artist, this is it, this is what I make, you come at it from a completely different way. And then all the people that I see struggling to sell, it's usually because you're not understanding why your art matters, and you're just maybe just putting it out there, like we all do. I just want people to see it and fall in love with it. But there's so much art in the world now. And so that is hard for people to do. People are blind to a lot of things that they're seeing on social media because they're just seeing so much of the same things. So again, this book and this whole event is about you pulling up to the surface what makes you different, what makes you unique, what makes your art unique, because it is unique. Everybody's art is unique because you made it. And so the more you can tune into that and channel that uniqueness that you possess and identify it in your own work rather than diminish it as just a drawing that I copied off someone else or just this, it really isn't. There's so much more to your art than that. And so part of the book then is understanding the purpose of your work, because it does have a purpose. It has a purpose for you, the creator, and also for the people that will interact with your artwork. Because I talk about this in the book, that you don't have to share every single piece of your artwork. A lot of my artwork is private. It's part of my process of being a creative. It's how I understand more about myself. I don't necessarily share that work with the world, but there are a lot of my creative processes that I do share with others because there is so much beauty. And for me, when you start to build your village of people, again, that's what I talk about in the book, around you, who understand you, who understand your mission and kind of inspire you, influence your work, connect you to people. This is where you really start to open doors of opportunity, but also, again, back to that soul fulfillment of when you have people around you that it's like that energetic, that synergy between people. When you find other people that get excited about your artwork as much as you are excited about it, or doesn't even have to be excitement necessarily, it can be the connection towards what it feels to that person, which might be anger. It could be that your art is intended to make people angry. Doesn't have to make people happy, doesn't have to make people smile. Your art may be a vehicle to make people angry on purpose, to wake people up to a situation that is really important to you. And other people who also feel that anger when they see your work relate to what you're trying to say. So in all of this, it's about us finding our own voice. What is it we want other people to feel? What is it that I want to feel through my art? And when you start to understand that, when you then relate that to the other people who get it, who get you, who get your art, it might be that you're looking for people that actually don't get it. Maybe you're trying to rattle people's cages. This is the beauty in what you're doing as a messenger, as a creative. It might be that you do want to make people feel calm and take a breath. And actually, you're realizing that that is what your art does. And so then you channel that to find those people, finding those people then. And I have to say that right now, as I'm speaking, most of the people in my life that I speak to on a regular basis, I have met through art. I have met through my creativity. And we all have been brought together because of our creative interests. And it feels like coincidence that we've all met each other, but it really isn't. It's because we've been taking these steps that I'm teaching you in this book to find your voice, your purpose, your people. And I have to say right now, the people I have around me, I just feel so fortunate and blessed because I have this amazing village of people. And it was intentional. It's been intentionally created. And I know a lot of you sitting here watching this right now will feel the same. You may have just come across us for the first time. So if so, hi and welcome. If you've been following us for a while, and let me know in the chat if you have, then you will know that part of United Artspace, and especially being a member of United Artspace, you've been connected to these incredible, incredible people from around the world. And I want you over the next 3 days, as we go through this event together, to make a concerted effort to connect with people, say hi, learn about each other's artwork, ask each other questions, and show an interest in others, because you just never know where that is going. So Hannah Kirk, oh my gosh, hello, Hannah. Hannah and I go back a long way. It's good to see you here. Okay, so there's my little rant. I'm going to go to the chat, and then I'm going to talk through what's going to be happening over the next 3 days. So the book goes live tomorrow. It's out in the world, but I have to say a big thank you, first of all, to people behind the scenes in our launch team that have read the book before anybody else. So we put an email out just to our list and our members, asking if anybody would like to come and read the book before it comes out tomorrow. And so we have a wonderful, wonderful group of people, and I think some of them are on this call right now, who have read the book. So they're ready to give us reviews when it goes live tomorrow. And I'm so, so thrilled to read how much this book has impacted people already. Even when I was putting it out in the world to the test readers who read it way, way before, when it was in its really messy, messy stage. Steve McDermott, big shout out to Steve, who is a best-selling author and motivational speaker. He said that he makes art on the side, and he's always classed it as a hobby. And after reading the book, he's realized how much more he wants to dedicate towards being an artist as he heads towards retirement. And actually, rather than just seeing it as a hobby of him just doing it on his own without sharing it, he's actually going to create some bigger goals around actually having a show and sharing it and cultivating a network of people, a village of people, which I talk about in the book, because he said, why should I just make it on my own when actually I could make it and actually grow new friends and connect with people. And even my editor, I have to give a big shout out to Amanda, who edited the book. She is under the company of Let's Get Booked, which I love that name as a book editor. Let's Get Booked. Even Amanda said, you know, I used to do art years ago, and reading your book has reignited my passion for art, and I kind of will take a lot of these principles now into my art and even writing. So the book is really everything that I've been teaching over the last 8 years. So for those who don't know me, I'm Michelle Lloyd. I founded United Artspace 8 years ago, and it started as art challenges that I was running every month. And that then grew into creating a platform to help people sell their art, and podcast and magazine and courses, and now a book. And so I wanted to write a book 3 years ago, and I declared it, I'm going to write a book. And then I sat down to write it and was like, oh, okay, what do I write this on? And I was going around in circles, and I was just going to throw everything in the book, and realized that that was just going to be a big jumbled up mess. And yeah, it took me a long time to figure out what the book would be. And it was really kind of the last year and a half that I have knuckled down and realized what the book is. And it is taking everything that I have been talking about in the last 8 years, but with more. So there's a lot more stories that I've never shared. There's a lot more principles that I've never shared before. And it is condensed. And actually, Lloyd Lewis, who read the book and has been following me for a long time, said, I feel like it's everything that Michelle's talked about in the last 8 years condensed in actually just what I need to know. And I loved that, because that's what I wanted it to be. And I was worried actually that the book, for those who've been following me for years and years, they might read it and go, oh, I've heard all this before. But so many people have said, I've just, even though I recognize some of the content, it's nice to read it again and have it all together. But also it does uncover a lot more than I have taught throughout all the free workshops that I've done in the past. So yeah, I've been doing these free workshops of various content: make art your living, your art matters, start selling your art, best year yet. We've been running these now for 8 years, and that's why I wanted to run this event, which is the book launch summit, because I love doing these. I love doing live sessions, and I love bringing artists in. So if you want to take part in the event, it starts tomorrow. Now, usually I go live once or twice maximum in a day, and I think we're going live 5 times. I'm going to share my screen in a minute and show you the schedule. And so we're going to have lots of different talks, and I'll share in a minute what they are. And if you want to take part in this for free, you have access to all the replays for 48 hours. Everything will be live on Facebook and on YouTube. We've set up an event page, and all the links to each session will be on that page. I'll share my screen in a minute and show you that. And all the replays will be put onto our event page, and you'll be emailed every day with the links to what's happening that day. And then you'll be reminded towards the end of the day as well to watch anything that went live on a replay. And there is also an option to upgrade. This is optional. I know some people get really angry with me that I offer this, but the people that upgrade actually cover the cost of running this event, because it does cost us, it costs us money to run, but we love to give it away for free. We want to make this available for people. And so the upgrade, we like to give bonuses for the people that want to upgrade, to say thank you for upgrading and funding this event. And so there are a load of bonuses if you upgrade, and they include a Q&A session with me. I think it's on the 29th of August. I have to check that. I'm doing a Q&A about the book. So you've got time to buy the book, read it, and come to that session with any questions whatsoever. And then there'll also be a breakout session day with other artists. So you'll be able to go in breakout sessions. And we've got 3 sessions throughout the day where you'll be able to break out into groups and chat to other artists too. And then when you upgrade, you also get access to all the replays from this event, and you get access to a load of art demos. And I've sent an email with all of that information. But if you want to upgrade, the price goes up on Thursday. So you've got access to a discount until Thursday. And the link is in the email that I sent you today. If you haven't signed up yet, the link is above. You'll be invited to join a Facebook group that we have open for the whole of August. This will be a place where you can also come in and talk about the book and meet other people that are reading the book too. Ask any questions from the team, and I will be around the whole of August inside that group. So again, if you want to sign up for the event and access all of that, please do. The link is above. And then as soon as you sign up, you'll receive the link to the event page. So I'm just going to take you there right now. I'm going to share my screen and show you. And then I'm going to jump to the chat. So present, share screen. I can't multitask. So when you sign up, you'll get access to this site. And this is the public site. And all of the replays will be added in here. So there's no replays yet, but this replay will be added. So as soon as this has gone live, there'll be a playlist here saying live replays, and you'll be able to just click on those and watch all the replays. If you want to upgrade, that's where you can upgrade. If you've upgraded, you can click access your upgrades, because the upgrade site is on a different platform with your own login. And so when you log in, you'll get access to all the replays, all the bonuses, everything is on that site, and you have access to that for the next 12 months. So that's there if you have already upgraded. We've also got a update in our store. So we do sell merchandise, and we've got official book merchandise, and we've even got pineapple merchandise that Lottie in our team has designed. So big shout out to Lottie. This is a store where we have a separate bank account that is 100% all profits go to charity. So we don't take any money from this. And there's lots of different things that you can buy from the store if you want to take part in the Your Art Matters or the pineapple merchandise. Go and check that out. That's all on the store there. So that's the event page. And then if you click the event schedule on that page, it will tell you all the things that are happening. And by the end of today, there'll be links underneath each of these videos telling you where you can actually join this call. So there'll be links underneath every video. And so you can come and have a look at the schedule. We've got talks tomorrow. I'll be kicking it off with how to find your voice, your purpose, your people. So I'll be going more in depth in some of the actions out of the book. And then we're going to be talking with a really good friend of mine, Nish, who is a rep inside our members hub of United Art Space. And we're going to be having a conversation for those who are returning to art after a break and who maybe don't do art as a full-time profession. We're going to be having a chat with Nish because Nish had a break for 30 years and has been able to navigate art, being an artist alongside a job. And I think it's a really important conversation to have because not everybody wants to be a full-time artist. And Nish and I will talk about this because sometimes I think there's some shame in people admitting, one, that they don't want to be a full-time artist, or even that is what is happening, that you've got a job and you do art on the side. And there's a stigma sometimes that, oh, well, you must not be a very good artist then because you have to have a job alongside. But that isn't the case. Sometimes people don't want to be a full-time artist. They want security. They want the job. They want to go to work, but they also want to do art as well. And so around here, by the way, we are big advocates of you design your life in your way. And a lot of this is inside the book too, of you decide what kind of artist you want to be. You own that. And as much as possible, what anybody else's opinion is just their opinion. You can do things in your own way. Let them judge you, let them opinionate you, but you decide. And when you have that confidence to go, this is who I am, and this is the way I operate, and this is the kind of artist I am, then no one can touch you. You know, they can give you their opinions and judgments, but you've decided to do it in that way, and that's perfect. We also have a lovely demo from Alexandra, who creates these ceramic tiles. They're little houses and you can imprint them. I actually met Alexandra a few weeks ago in Amsterdam, which is where Alexandra is based. And so she's going to come and do a demo and show you how you can do these really quickly with very limited materials too, and make these beautiful house tiles. We've got the lovely Sonia coming in. Sonia is a member of our United Art Space hub. And we're going to be having a lovely conversation with Sonia about finding your voice as an artist, something that Sonia has been working through our programs and has been working through for the last, at least 2 years, I believe. And so we're going to have a lovely conversation about finding your voice if you are stuck with like what your style is. Do you have to niche? How do you get to the core of what it is you want to do? We'll be talking with Sonia and about her journey and how Sonia's found her voice. I'll be then doing a session on creative blocks and navigating creative blocks. Then we'll be moving on to the second day where we've got a live demo with the lovely Sue, who is going to show you how to sketch people really quickly. So that's going to be a super fun one that you can learn and do in your own time, sketch people really quickly. And that's a live demo. And then we're going to have the lovely Simone coming in, talking to us about her journey of being stuck for decades. She literally was stuck with the art she was making. She was all over the place. She was having shows, spending money on entrance fees, not getting anywhere. And today, Simone is living a beautiful, creative life where she is a full-time artist, has a wonderful studio at home, but also not only just selling her original pieces, but she's also now involved in local community groups. And again, going back to the book of finding your people, Simone is working on projects that she would never knew existed. And I can't wait to have this conversation with Simone, because sometimes I think as an artist, we have a very tunneled vision of what it means for us to be an artist. And so it might be that to be an artist, I have to sell all my work and I've got to sell in shows and I have to have exhibitions. And actually, there are so many ways that you can use your creativity and make money or not, or just do things that fill you up creatively. It doesn't even have to be about the money. So that conversation with Simone will blow your mind, and I can't wait to chat with Simone on that one. Carol, I wanted Carol to come in. And by the way, I talk about Simone and Carol inside the book because I've been working with them for a long time inside our hub membership, and I've personally like watched their art careers just flourish, and not only their careers but themselves and their art and their confidence and the impact that they've had on other people when they never thought that that would be possible. And Carol again was so lost and confused when she joined our membership and didn't feel like she had a voice. And this voice that we talk of is often elusive and hard to articulate. But Carol has really fine-tuned her voice, but not to the detriment of being a creative that can explore things. So we're going to talk about that and how Carol ended up going from being so lost to actually having a solo show. And we'll talk about all the parts of Carol's show where she had QR codes next to each piece of work. So you'll be able to come and ask questions on that topic of having a show. Some of you here might think a solo show, really? That could never happen to me, but that's what Carol thought, and she did it, and it was amazing, and Carol secured a grant. So we'll be talking about all the aspects of that and how Carol did that. I will be doing a session here, which is a live interactive workshop called Stop, Look, Listen. This one will be us sitting down together and actually drawing or using any kind of materials that you want. You'll have to have some materials with you. It can just be a pen and paper. But we're going to do a really, really lovely workshop together where we're going to actually stop, look, listen, and I'm going to guide you through that, and we're going to kind of create some work together. Summer is coming in to talk about mindset. Again, I talk about Summer inside the book, and a lot of people who have read the book already really resonated with Summer's description of when she first started to go through this process of understanding the art she was making and how it could relate to other people, and had this preconceived idea that she was disorganized, and so it would not, she just was holding herself back because she kept telling herself that she was disorganized, and actually turned these feelings of disorganization and maybe some truth of being disorganized into an amazing way of being an artist and doing live paintings. And so we'll be having a lovely chat with Summer. And then finally, on the last day, I will be talking with Linda again. I talk about Linda in the book. I love Linda's story because, again, Linda had a break from art for, I think, the same as Nish. It was 30 years, and went into a glass workshop for something to do. And she wanted to make a present for a relative. And so Linda did this workshop, and within 12 months was making a living from her glass. And so in the book, I share with you the examples of Linda going through the process and the steps that I share, and how she took action on the steps that are inside the book to actually start to get her art out into her local area and start to run workshops and make a living from selling pieces, and growing a network of people around her who love what she does. And she's become known as the crazy glass lady. Which I love. I'll be doing a session on how to make unique art without losing your creativity. And I'm running this one because a lot of artists come to me and say, I don't want to niche down. I don't want to become known for something. I don't want to lose my creativity. If I stick to one medium or stick to one subject matter, I just will get bored. I don't want to get known for that and attract a following for that. And then I want to change. So this workshop is how you do that, how you make unique art without losing your creative freedom, basically. So how you can fine tune things to relate to other people, but without losing that freedom that you want to hold on to, which I understand because I want to hold on to that too. And I do. So I'll show you in that session how I do that as well. And I'm also going to do a session on creating an art vision board, because for me, this has been one of the big things for me to have in relation to understanding my art, understanding what to make, understanding how parts that seemed very unrelated now come together. And again, I talk about this in the book, about the importance of creating an art vision board, and how a lot of the reflection that I was going through when I was writing the book, having the vision boards to look back on really helped me see the threads running through my work. There were pieces and images on those boards from years ago that felt unrelated to anything that I was doing, that I didn't really understand. And actually now, looking back, I get it. I understand why they're on there. And so having an art vision board can be a great way of you fine-tuning your voice, understanding your creativity, understanding how it all relates. Because the more you can understand how it all relates, the more then you can relate it to other people and stand out to people when you've got that thread running through your work. And then to wrap up, we've got a lovely conversation with Chris, our man Chris. We're going to be talking about mindset, and why this is one of the biggest parts that holds artists back, whether you want to admit it or not. It really is. It really does prevent us from taking action, from maybe going out seeking opportunities, to admitting to ourselves that we're maybe not taking an opportunity because actually we are scared. And so we'll be talking about that. And then to wrap up, we'll be doing a closing party, because I always love a closing party. So that is what's going to be happening over the next few days. Now, of course, you don't have to attend all of those. You can go and look at the schedule. Once you sign up, we'll send you the schedule. You can just cherry pick the ones that you feel that you want to come to. And then once those links are live, you can request a reminder to the sessions that you want to attend. So I'm going to come to the chat now. I'm going to keep this one short today because it's the kickoff call and I want people to watch the replay. And if it goes on and on and on, I know people won't watch it. So I'm going to go to the chat and we'll wrap up. And then I'll be back tomorrow with the first session, 11 a.m. UK time. And that one will be the kickoff where we talk about some of the actions from the book. Breathe, Michelle. Juliet, hi. Juliet is tuning in from Trinidad. Sky is heavy with rain clouds, but the sun is about to rise. Oh, it's lovely to have you here. Laura is with us from Croatia. Louise says, hip hip hooray. Love it. We love your big events, Michelle. Oh, thank you, Laura. Oh, lovely to see you, Hilda. Yes. We are celebrating hard as well. I know some of you have been following me on this journey. And like I was saying at the beginning of the call, this book has taken me a long time to write. And there's been a few reasons. I think one, I'm dyslexic, so I find writing incredibly difficult. But it's not even just writing that I find difficult. I find processing information difficult. And so when it was time to kind of reorder chapters, and like it really messed my head up because I can't process things inside my head. I have to have post-it notes everywhere. So the whole process was very taxing. And if you are dyslexic, you'll know that, I mean, for years, I've had a bank of words. Sometimes I'll use a word and I get it in the right context. Sometimes I've used completely the wrong word. And so there's a lot of energy there too, in terms of writing a book where there's a lot more consideration to the words. And and over the years, you know, when I first started to read as a young adult, I found it really difficult because as I was reading a book, I would literally have to stop and Google the definition of probably 50% of the words on a page. And especially if a word wasn't a visual word where I could picture it in my mind's eye, I would struggle to retain that too. And so for a long time, I had this, and this is back in the day where we're not so digitally enhanced. You know, I had a piece of paper and I would read a book and I'd write it down and then I'd look at the definition and write the definition down. And then I'd be reading the book and then I'd see a word again the same word, and I go back to my sheet and go, I'm sure I've looked this one up already. And that was how I kind of built a vocabulary. And so a lot of that was still happening as I was writing this book. So yeah, there was a lot of things that kind of I felt slowed me down. I do know that writing a book is a long process for anybody without all of that going on. But yeah, I'll share more anyway behind the scenes of, especially for dyslexic people. I kind of want to do more content on that to help people understand how I approached it as a dyslexic person. Oh, we've got Mickizzy here from Canada. So good to see you. Oh, it's like Christmas Eve. Yeah. Oh, my Lisa's a yum yum. So I've had a few people. Mel's a yum yum. Hello, the day's finally arriving. It is the eve of the book coming out. And so I just want to say a massive thank you. A massive thank you. Especially, we've got an in-person event happening on the 16th of August, and it was the people that signed up for that event that pushed me to get this book finished, and I'll say more on that at the event. But yes, thank you so much for everybody who has supported me to this point, because lots of people have shared how they are excited to read the book and can't wait to buy it, and that just fills me up so much. So thank you, and thank you for being here. I know I've got this book here, but I don't feel like this is the proper one because it has not for resale going across the middle of it. So I feel like I'm holding it like this, like this. And I have the proper one coming today. Talk about last minute. It's literally arriving this afternoon. So this doesn't feel real, this one. When I get the one that doesn't say that across the middle, I'll feel like it's real. Oh, Diane's with us. Hello, Diane. Congratulations on all the hard work. I'm not only an artist, but also a book editor. Oh, you know it. You know what goes on. I know what blood, sweat, and tears a book brings. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, Hannah says, I'm still selling my art alongside my day job, still working really slowly through the steps. I'm more of a tortoise rather than a hare. Yes, I'm with you on that one. This is me. Yeah, this is me. We must sing that, I think, during the event. Natural Psych is tuning in from Boston. Good to see you here. Oh, Hannah says, I'll buy your book as soon as I can. I'm so proud of you. Oh, I'm so glad I know you and had the honor to work for you. Yes, we appreciate you too, Hannah. We were actually talking about you in the team the other day, wondering how you were doing. And we had a member meetup and people were going, how's Hannah? I thought that was really sweet. Oh, Summer's here. Hello, Summer. Good to see you. Thank you, Rebecca. Congratulations. You're going to help so many artists. Yes, it is. I'm so excited. Thank you, Angela. Oh, Marita's been with us from day one, you know, from the very early days. And in fact, Jay, I didn't realize Jay had been with us from such early times. We were doing art challenges and we've got a group set up for people who are pre-reading the book. And Jay put this post in from, it flashed up in her memories, and I think it was from 2016 of when we did the art challenges of the cup and we drew bears and yeah, Linda, a village sounds less scary because when we think about the art world and I have to enter the art world, that does stop people. That scares me too, in fact, if I think about breaking into the art world. And it doesn't have to be that. It's an art village, which we talk about in the book. We've got Marie tuning in from France. Laura's been a member of United Art Space for 3 years. Wow, can't believe it's been 3 years. Oh, yay. Mickey is a yam yam. Thank you, Robbo. I appreciate all your support. I really do. Oh, well, David Judd must be happy because David has been ribbing me about this book not coming out. And so you must be the world ends this evening. Mel is a yam yam. The book is amazing. The book is going to help so many artists and other creatives. Can't wait to get my hard copy tomorrow. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for reading it in advance. It's been, oh, yeah, it's been incredible. And actually, those who've read it in advance, we've got a call at 3 p.m. today. Don't forget, we've got a Zoom call together. So Morag says, I've been a member for over 3 years. Love Michelle's vision and the way she helps artists, whether they are beginners or established. Thank you, Morag. Oh, I love this. Yeah, the book is a continuation of the Seven Keys on a far deeper, more personal level. Yeah, I've gone a little bit personal, and I haven't even gone very personal. Yeah, I'll let you just read it. And actually, I'll talk about that, about how, I was unsure how far to reveal, because I would imagine there's quite a lot of people here that make art for very personal reasons. And that's definitely why I started to create art. It was very deeply personal. And actually, most of the time, it still is for me. Art is definitely still my therapy. And that's why I started making art in the first place. And so I talk about that in the book, how to navigate the parts that you want to share and the parts that you don't want to share, and understanding that about yourself as well, and understanding where it comes from, and acknowledging that you don't have to dwell or pay so much attention to the painful parts of creating. And actually, I share how I transformed from the pain to focusing on the beautiful aspects of being an artist, because when we do make from a place of pain, it takes us to a new place, a place of us playing with the paint or layers or transparency, those things. And that's the part to then focus on. And yeah, it was hard for me to kind of navigate how much to reveal. And so I think there's still more I want to reveal going forwards, but it's fine for now. Oh, Leanne. Hello, Leanne. I was talking about you yesterday because Leanne, we actually was going through one of our very old groups. We were looking back for, I can't remember what we were looking back for. I don't know if we were looking back for testimonials and we went back into one of our groups and we saw, I think it was your very first giraffe, Ernie. And so, yeah, anyway, that was fun. And again, this is why I love just this whole journey, and especially recording the way we evolve as creatives, because when you look back, it's incredible. And I recognize people now from their artwork. That's how I know people in our community, probably mainly through art. So Mickey has been with us for 3 years. Where's the time gone? Okay, so where's the best place to order the book from? So if you go to yourartmatters.com right now, that goes to a wait list. Tomorrow, when the book is live, that link will turn into the book website where you can go and buy the book. And then the Amazon links and everything will be sent to you tomorrow as well. Oh, hi, Jodie. Good to see you here. Nicola's with us. Hello. Okay, I'm just going to scroll through the chat. Louise says, my vision board helped me bring the threads together and refer to, also claim the dreams that I've had. I love that. Oh, thank you, Heather. Heather just said thank you for the authenticity and vulnerability. It's going to be so nice the next few days hanging out with you all. This is what I love, just chatting. Lucia, hello. I'll be dipping in and out over the next few days. Well, yeah, we're basically live all day, so you can just dip in. Yes, I'm going to be doing an audio version. So I wanted to get this bit done first, and I was advised to do the audio separately. So I'll be launching the audio version in November. So I'm going to be getting in the studio September to record it. So it'll be coming out in November, the audio version. I can't wait to do that. I've already been practicing reading it out. Christina, hello. It's lovely to see you here. Congratulations on your book. Yeah, it was bigger than the mountain that I climbed. Thank you so much. That's so lovely of you to say that. Hub members, yes. If you're a Hub member, which is a member of United Art Space, don't forget to go and check the circle announcements, because you have an extra special link to go and sign up for this event. So, yeah, go and check that. Okay, Michelle says yes. Okay, I can't pronounce that. Dysgraphia. I can't. Dysgraphic, which is under the same umbrella. I've not heard of that one. And I've used you writing a book as an example. Oh, that makes me want to cry. Don't, you're gonna make me cry now. Oh, for someone facing their learning challenges head on. Oh, that's lovely. That's why I kind of want to do a session speaking to people with dyslexia, because oh man, I wasn't going to cry on this one. Do you know, I think that's been one of the biggest hurdles for me, is doing it with those challenges. And actually, I've always wanted to write a book, but I never actually believed I'd be able to do it because it was just so flipping hard. It's hard for anybody. It's hard for anyone to write a book. I never forget David saying anyone can write a book, but to write a good one, that's hard, and it is hard. And I kind of do want to do a piece for people who have dyslexia. Yeah, anyway, we'll go there another time when I get myself back together. I think I've been doing so well holding back tears, and I can feel them brewing. So there could be some tears in the next 3 days. Oh, Morg says, I'm still reading through the pre-launch version. It's so inspiring. I keep wanting to go back and reread numerous bits. So working my way slowly through it. Yeah. Oh, Nish has been with us for 4 years now. And I remember the day Nish joined us. I mean, this is what's so beautiful about you connecting with each other, and that these bonds that we have, and the special friendships, and the creative journey that we're all sharing. That's everything. It's everything. Okay, I'm going to wrap up. I will go to the chat. Yeah, happy tears. Absolutely. I've been holding them in. No, it's fine, Michelle. It's going to happen. I've been wondering why I've not cried, because those who know me, I'm a crier. I'm very emotional. I haven't cried a tear yet. I think it's because I've been so, got to get this done. And so I think they're probably brewing now. I might have a couple of tears at some point. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to head. Someone's asking, how do I get a signed copy? So if you're coming to the event on the 16th, you'll get a signed copy there. Oh, thank you, everybody. Right, I will go. I said I was going to wrap up. I literally 50 minutes I've been talking. I was going to do half an hour. I love you all so much. Thank you. If you want to sign up to the event, the link is above, and we'll be kicking off tomorrow. So I'll see you all tomorrow with the book out into the world. Yay. Thank you. Take care. Bye.